Alright, so if you don't already know, Sonic Dream Team is the brand new upcoming 3D Sonic game that's coming in December 2023, releasing on all devices except for Apple devices. So, we've gotten a hands-on preview already from Digital Trends, and I covered that the other day, as you can see here, 2 days ago, and now it seems another outlet, Polygon, has gotten their hands on the game, and they're saying some wild shit, okay? It's of the positive variety, so don't get too upset, but they're making some claims, okay? And the way it's going right now, we don't see anything bad about this game so far, which is pretty interesting. But before we get into that, there's one thing we need to talk about, okay? Netflix Geek have dropped the trailer for Sonic Prime Season 3, 2024. I'm not gonna do a reaction, because copyright be a bitch. But the metal Sonic design looking kind of fire, I'll just say that, okay? But nonetheless, we're gonna get to all this right now. But let's subscribe to the channel already. Please make sure to subscribe, okay? So now you see what I mean when I say this shit getting wild. It says here, our Lord and Savior Sonic the Hedgehog's new game melds Inception and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Sonic Dream Team dives into Eggman's and Cream's psyche. Who wants to dive into Cream's psyche? She's 6. All she should be desiring is to sit at home and have tea parties and play Sonic Heroes. I don't know what else you'd want to be doing at 6. Well, I didn't have Sonic Heroes at 6. I was unlucky. It didn't exist yet. Peak was not invented. But the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater was already mentioned by Digital Trends, so we already know about that comparison. But Inception, I mean, that's kind of wild. For those of you who are too young to remember Inception, or maybe you were born in the late 2000s, maybe the only Sonic you remember is Roger Craig Smith. Inception is a movie by Christopher Nolan. You know he made Oppenheimer this year, if you pay attention to that shit. And it's basically one of the greatest movies of all time, right? You can see on IMDb it's got an 8.8 out of 10, 2.4 million votes. It's an amazing movie and you should watch it, is the summary, right? And it's basically dream shit and it's very complex and insane, and I can't believe I'm trying to insult Inception. Watch Inception. It's on Netflix. Anyway, let's read the article. It says here, our Lord and Savior the Sonic the Hedgehog has a brand new game coming next month that pairs its trademark high-speed 3D platforming gameplay with the replayability and discovery of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. It's the second outlet to mention Pro Skater. Sonic Dream Team, developed by SEGA's Hardlight Studio, also features a unique setting, the tangible dreams of Dr. Eggman, and a character totally new to the Sonicverse. Sonic Dream Team, which Polygon played at a hands-on preview event earlier this week, borrows from a variety of influences. Its levels are inspired by skate parks, with grind rails, half-pipes, and pathways that loop around, and the impossible dream architecture of Christopher Nolan's Inception. It's a wild statement to make for Sonic. Levels are brightly colored distillations of Dr. Eggman's dreams, filtered through Sonic's friend Cream the Rabbit. I mean, if they were Eggman's dreams, wouldn't they look like Eggman Land? Like, isn't that what he dreams of? I don't know. Anyway, it says it's filtered through Cream, so I guess she's gonna be a focal character out of this. The skate park inspired levels of Sonic Dream Team are built so that players will run through them multiple times or with multiple goals in mind. In some of the levels I played, set in the dream worlds known as Scrambled Shores and Dream Factory, I was tasked with finding keys to unlock new pathways, reaching the goal under a time limit, or tracking down a hidden object. A level's architecture will change depending on the goal, and players are encouraged to revisit levels again and again. Levels are full of hidden collectibles, including blue coins and red stars scattered throughout. I'm guessing red star rings, not just red stars. And we've got this picture. We've already seen this one before. You can see cream and cheese in this area. Next paragraph, it says Sonic collectibles and areas can only be reached by certain characters, of course. Sonic the Hedgehog is playable. Really, Polygon? Spoiler much? The fuck? You can't just drop that bombshell? And his friend Amy Rose plays identically to the Blue Bird, so Amy is identical to Sonic. Tails, Knuckles, Rouge the Bat, and Cream the Rabbit are also unlockable and playable. Knuckles and Rouge can both glide and climb up walls, giving them access to locations that other characters can't reach. The same is true for Tails and Cream, who can fly around levels for a brief period. It says the good news is that for players who want to collect everything in a level, they can switch between any unlocked character mid-run. The only caveat is that they have to be motionless while doing so you won't be able to fly high as Tails and then switch to Rouge mid-flight, for example. So basically, it's kind of similar to the GOAT, right? This is basically what the GOAT did, right? In Sonic Heroes, you could change characters on the fly, But if you were in the air, the character wouldn't change until you landed. So if you were Tails in the air, if you switched to Sonic on the HUD, it wouldn't switch to Sonic until you touched ground, until you touched grass, right? Not necessarily grass, but I just wanted to say that. So it's one of those things where you have to time it perfectly. If you're in the middle of the air with like Sonic and you want to land and be Knuckles, and you switch it to Knuckles, knowing that the moment you land, you become Knuckles, kind of thing. But it said they have to be motionless though, which I hope that's just them not using the right terminology. I don't want it to be like, you must be standing perfectly still before you can switch characters, because obviously in the GOAT, you could be running at full speed and switch characters. In fact, you could be in the middle of doing like a spin dash, a Rocket Excel, and then at the tip of the Rocket Excel, then switch to say Tails, and then do a jump and then flight, and you can get some crazy momentum off of that shit, right? The GOAT has got so much depth. But the point is, I hope it's not perfectly motionless just to be able to change character. I hope it's like, if you're running, you can still do it, but it's just that you can't be in the air. But we'll see once we get more gameplay. We'll try the game out for ourselves. It says here, Sonic Dream Team is not combat focused, so that's a bit different from the GOAT, developers say. Instead, the enemies scattered throughout levels are designed to help players maintain their momentum as they dash and smash into them using the character's boost attacks. The developers want to put players in a flow state where they can chain together jumps, slides, and boosts of speed to get through levels smoothly. The hope is for loads of replayability with Dream Team's short session levels, with players shooting for 100% completion runs and faster times. Got another screenshot of Knuckles. We've seen this one before, but you know, it's there. There's also an overarching story in Dream Team told through voiced in-game cutscenes. Venerable Sonic bad guy Dr. Eggman discovers a dream catcher-like device called the Reverie. Not to be confused with Egg Reverie, I guess, which SEGA describes as an ancient device with the power to manifest dreams in the real world. Aiding Sonic and friends in understanding the Reverie's powers in Arium, a play on REM sleep, REM Gang, who is introduced in Dream Team as its guardian. Arium, an anthropomorphic sheep, is an original creation of Sonic Dream Team and was created by Hardlight and Sonic Team artist Yuji Uekawa. Sonic Dream Team is coming to Apple Arcade and will be playable on iPhone, iPad, Mac, and Apple TV. I played the game on a Mac Mini at a recent hands-on event during using the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller, and found the game's controls snappy and intuitive. Hardlight has done a good job of making its very fast Sonic game readable thanks to a mostly cooperative camera. I had a little less fun playing on an iPhone using a touchscreen, but I've never been a fan of virtual gamepads on screens. Sonic's new self-contained adventure arrives on Apple Arcade December 5th. Whether it will come to other platforms is unclear, but for the foreseeable future, Sonic Dream Team is exclusive to Apple Arcade's subscription service. Right, so obviously if we go to the Sonic Dream Team website, we could check right now because there's no picture of it on the article. The character is obviously, the Arium is obviously the sheep character here. That's apparently a sheep. So I don't know why that's so funny, like a sheep Antho character. Like that won't stop DeviantArt, but man, mid character switching, like they really trying for the GOAT. They trying, okay? They trying. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, aside from them using badniks and not modern enemies, everything else looks interesting, right? Replayability, multiple missions, you know. I dig it. I mean, look, it's a mobile game, right? I'm judging on the metrics of its kind, right? It's not trying to be a $60 game, because if it was, they would have to be way more like, you know, digging into like, okay, is it really a $60 game? This is a mobile game, right? We're paying, I guess, Apple Arcade, so $7 for 1 month. We'll beat it within a month, clearly. But a mobile title, compared to previous Sonic mobile games, this will probably wash all of them. I mean, okay, I fucked the runners heavily. I even enjoyed Dash 2, Sonic Boom. Runners especially, I put hours into, like, come on, you know that I put hours. They call me the Runners God, okay? I still got the playlist right here. This shit, man, people showed up. Like, it was like 74,000 views just on the playlist alone. But the point is, this is probably going to be the best Sonic mobile game, right? Like, it's probably going to be that. So within its category, that's kind of goated, right? But it will probably go a step further and compete with some main series titles. For example, if we're considering Superstars to be main series, it will probably wash that, right? If we're considering CD to be main series, then it will probably wash that as well. It could probably wash Forces as well. You know, there's quite a few that it could probably wash. Let's be real. Like, it's gonna be kind of crazy to see a mobile game doing that shit. If only it was coming to PC, because like, I'm trying to order this Steam Deck OLED, and I feel like a game like this would look really nice on a handheld like that. But I guess we'll be stuck with playing it on the Mac. You know, it's not going to be on any like handheld PC device or anything like that. But I'm looking forward to this game. The fact that it's coming out in less than a month, I just hope it doesn't come out on the same day as the GTA 6 trailer. I swear. Because if this game comes out the same day as the GTA 6 trailer, like we need space to breathe, okay? Let this game come out, let's beat it, and then after that, then you give us GTA 6 trailer. There's too much shit happening, but I can't even keep up. Like, so much shit's happening right now. But let me know what you guys think about all of this. They talking about Pro Skater, Inception, like, heroes character, switching mechanics, like, speed, flight, power type characters, like, I don't know, man. It's looking kind of crazy. Let me know what you guys think about this. Like, of course, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. More content coming soon to the channel. But yeah, man, that's all I have to say right now. So, Premy out.